very Western, and it is also something that was brought by the Christians here, and we all know for a fact that Christianity is non-African, that Africans had their own religion here, and they had their own way of worshipping God, a God that did not condemn homosexuality. Yeah, so it is anti-African homophobia, even if it has been forced into the hearts of people in this community.
What is African, what is not African anyway? Who comes to define Ugandan and Kenyan and all this? You know, it's a whole lot of mixed up issues that we really have a lot of work to do to sensitize our community. Especially here in Uganda, we have these religious leaders who are preaching intolerance, yet the Bible says tolerance, and there are same people going to church the next day and say, do not, whatever homosexuals, know this. So they are like hypocrites. You see, they are preaching against what the Bible tells them to do. At the same time, they are calling themselves God's messengers and all that. So there is a whole lot of issues, injustices going on. Like for me as an activist, I can't easily get a job because I have to keep the company's image. Maybe today I'm in the office, maybe in a bank because I'm an accountant and all that. The next day I'm on newspaper advocating for gay rights. You're forced to resign from your job because of the way you're being treated. Some won't treat you directly, but even that emotional and psychological, abuse is even worse than the physical one, because no one is going to come and just slap you from the blue sometimes. But even the way you're treated, passing someone and they do these other faces and all this, like you're disgusting them, like homosexuality is a virus or something infection that's just going to get to them. So it's a whole lot of issues.
They're talking about me.
What is Red Pepper saying?
They're saying that we are snogging, me and this chick, and she's my close friend.
And she's on picture.
Yeah, she's the one in the picture, but they were just describing me.
What will happen? Like, what will happen to her?
But they are ruling her image.
When they were starting to write about us, they were saying that they are going to shame us, they are going to put us in light. They are going to see how this horrible thing is eating up their country. So they are like as if they are trying to strip us naked in front of the public, trying to prove themselves right or something. They are trying to prove themselves, which is, I don't know why. Maybe they don't have things to do, because it doesn't matter whether I hang out with so-and-so or so-and-so. So many people hang out, but why me? I don't know. They're just out of work today, I think.
Why are you the top lesbian? You were described as the top lesbian. Why?
Well, I think Red Pepper as well likes calling us top lesbians. Even when they were listing us as a list, they said the top city lesbians, and they listed our names, where we stay, the girlfriends we have, all the women, how we look like, and all that, what we do. I just think maybe because they are the people, we are the ones they know, they have in pictures, so they think we are the top ones. I don't know. I don't know how they think I'm the top one.
This struggle is becoming very political now. It has gone to that political level. It has got every Ugandan thinking. Before, activists were not even out. That people used to hear them say things in the papers and probably on radio sometimes, but they thought it's a group of guys who have been paid to say these things, but they're not even gay. But today, people stand up and say, I am gay, before, on television, and they take pictures for the newspapers, and they say, I am gay, and there's nothing I can do about this. But could you please stop doing this and let us live in peace?
No one said it's going to be an easy road or, tough, but I know with time, slowly by slowly, things are changing, because before they said we didn't exist, now they know we exist. You see? Slowly by slowly, they're going to make a change. And even if they can, as much as they don't want to decriminalize homosexuality, but if at least they can just include us in health, national health policies, like the HIV/AIDS policy, just to protect our health. Because if they don't protect us, again, they're infecting themselves. Because remember, it's illegal. Some are living double lives, heterosexual life and a homosexual life. Goes back home to the wife, carries out the marital obligations, But it's his sexual orientation, he can't run away from it. So he is going to go back and go to his same-sex partner. And he won't have one because he doesn't want to be found out. So he's going to keep having very many, which also those very many have girlfriends. You see how it's going to keep rotating and spreading and spreading. So if they don't really include us in that thing, they are also not helping themselves. Because we are in them, because we are hiding. Because of the laws they've put there, because of society, traditional, all these beliefs and religion. So if we can really work on that, because even us to advocate for our rights, we need to be healthy.
The more we tell them that it is very, very unlogical not to deal with homosexuals in the fight against HIV, which is a world epidemic, because if you don't deal with them, it affects everybody. Because of the homophobia, because of our nature, some of us are bisexuals, because of a lot of things. So if you do not deal with them, you're not dealing with anyone's life, and you're wasting a lot of resources, and people are still dying, and AIDS is still spreading. And that is something that is going to happen. They might not accept homosexuality, but they might deal with the health problems of homosexuals at some point. That is my bigger dream. That kind of world is what I visualize when we will be able to go to our villages with our wives or girlfriends or husbands or partners to introduce ourselves to our local family members who we believe to be very conservative.
Who's gonna get me? I'm Byron, freedom fighter. Who's gonna walk me in silence? Freedom fighter. Who's gonna get me? I'm Byron, freedom fighter. Who's gonna walk me in silence? Freedom fighter.
Can we talk a little about the village?
A village. When I was still young and my parents were still alive, the village used to be a very exciting place for me because I was not raised there, but every time we were taken there, it was like, you know, the setting is different from what it is here in the city. And so every time I went to the village, I connected with a lot of things that I never connected with in the city, and it was very peaceful there always. And it was about feasting. My father used to buy animals and they would slaughter them. But as I grew up, especially after my parents died, the village started turning into a horrible place for me. In the village, people started having issues with the way I dressed because I progressed from shorts to trousers. It was not what they expected a girl of my age to behave like. And so the hatred continued and that rejection and treating me like I'm not desired every time I went there. And then at some point, a few of those people in the village were told about my sexual orientation, and also what proved to them that what they were hearing was true is the way I was dressing. And I wanted to get a passport that time. And I didn't know that I could find local councillors here in the city to sign for me documents. So because they said, go back to your home area and get the documents that you need, I went to my village and went to the LC1 chairman. And I just got so harassed there, and everyone was shouting, homosexual in Uganda. And then they started practically chasing me, and I ran to my father's house, and got my things and left, and I did not go back for quite a long time. Today, I'm claiming my space again in that village because that's where I come from, that's where my roots are.
This is the flower I bought the other time.
My parents are buried there, both of them. And when I got there,